raised in the small town of Harlan, Kentucky, Ashe has been recognized by the Kentucky State Senate and commissioned a Kentucky Colonel, the highest title of honor bestowed by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Commissions for Kentucky colonels are always given by the governor and the Secretary of State to individuals in recognition of noteworthy accomplishments and outstanding service to a community, state, or the nation. Ashe began acting in 2010 and since then has been constantly involved in projects and always ready to work. She was born with competitive blood, having 2 older brothers. She was a cheerleader, played basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and golf. She appreciates the small things in life while always being ready to take on great challenges. In her spare time, she enjoys playing guitar, singing, and spending time with her daughter. Ashe is a true Southern belle with a bright future ahead of her. So, Ashe Parker, how long have you been acting?
I started right about 4 years ago.
What got you involved in acting?
I actually went to a casting call for an independent film from my hometown called Stand Like a Mountain, written by Terry Muncie. And I actually took my little girl there, and when I walked into the room, they asked if I would read for the leading role and offered the role to me. So
that's awesome.
That's kind of how I got started, and my father had just passed away 2 weeks after that, so I just threw myself into acting to help keep my mind off things, and
well, goodness.
been doing it ever since. So
wow. All right. What's been your favorite role so far?
probably Homicide Hunter. I had a role as a victim, and it was a really good episode, so that was probably my favorite so far.
That's awesome. What has been your most challenging role?
My most challenging was probably just here recently in the past few months. I had a role as a killer on Oxygen Network's Killer Couples.
Okay.
And it was a lot of things I hadn't done before, and I had to, just the whole scenario of the whacked out story was insane. And then the weather was freezing, and we had to be down by the river in a little spaghetti strap shirt in 20 degrees for like 4 hours. So every part of that was kind of challenging, but the episode turned out awesome. It was just a challenging role.
Yeah, it sounds it. Sounds very cold. What would you say has been your biggest achievement as an actress?
Probably with filming my most recent film, Piranha Sharks. It actually played and previewed for the first time at Cadence Film Festival in May. So that was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
That was a huge achievement. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. What performance are you most proud of?
Probably The Killer, just because it was, it was kind of difficult to put myself into that situation, knowing that actually happened in real life. And you're thinking, the entire time you're performing, you're thinking, wow, this chick was crazy. And it was just wild, but it was challenging, but it was worth it.
Yeah, sounds it. Goodness though. All right, well, what one would you say you would want to burn every copy of? Leave it in a ditch somewhere.
There could be a few of those. I won't name any names, but I think any person that has ever done any type of acting whatsoever probably has a project that they would love to burn. But I don't regret any of them, because I feel like you learn something by every single project you do, whether it's good or bad. You always take something from that to learn for the next project. So
yeah, well, that's a good way to look at it. Do you ever draw on your own experiences as an actress?
I'm sure everyone does.
Like life experiences?
Yeah, I have. I've been through a lot with my life, so of course I can relate to a lot of characters that I play, but mostly I just try to put myself into that character that I'm portraying at the time and just really throw myself into that character. So, but yes, I can relate to a lot of different crazy things that I've done.
Just not so much the killer one.
Right. Maybe I want to kill somebody before. I'm just kidding. But no.
Do you ever find yourself acting in real life situations?
I think we all do. Especially if you're out in public and you meet a super annoying person and you have to try to act nice and like you like them just because you don't want to be mean or hurt their feelings. I think you have to act in almost every situation daily.
Makes sense. When you're angry in a film, What do you think about to portray that?
Well, it's according to the scene, so you just throw yourself into the character, like I stated before. It's easy for a female to be angry, I think. So it's fun. It's fun to scream and be mean sometimes, and and to do it on film, and you don't have to get in trouble for it. You can just let loose. So I don't really think about anything. I just do it.
If you could star in a remake of any film or TV show, what would it be?
If I could star in a remake of any film or TV show, probably 16 Candles. Those older 80s movies are like my favorite flicks. So
yeah, you want to ride off on?
I love that movie.
Who is your favorite actor or actress?
I have several. I've always liked Julia Roberts. I just feel like she's just down to earth, simple person that I've always admired. And
Pretty Woman was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's another favorite movie of mine too, Pretty Woman. And I love Charlie Hunnam. Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite television shows. Yeah. So other than Justified, which is kind of based on my hometown of Harlan, but Julia Roberts and Charlie Hunnam are my favorite.
Are you currently working on any projects?
Not currently, but I do have something upcoming, and it's another ridiculous sci-fi comedy from director Lee Scott, who I just finished working on with Piranha Sharks, and it's called Intergalactic. So that'll be upcoming in the near future.
That sounds fun.
Sci-fi comedies are always fun.
Yeah, they're my favorite genre of film. What is the most important thing you've learned from the directors you've worked with?
Just to be natural. Don't, throw yourself into the character. How would you act if you were that character? And just be natural with it and have fun with it. I think if you think too hard about stuff, it kind of messes up the whole performance. So just to try to be natural.
Do you prefer to have a lead or supporting role?
Either. As long as it's interesting. It's fun to play any character, but it doesn't really matter if it's lead or supporting. I'm sure everybody wants a lead role, but supporting can be just as important, obviously, in a lot of films. So
what would you say your goals as an actress are? Like, where would you like to end up?
Everybody wants to end up on the red carpet sometime, I think, in LA, or a huge movie premiere at the award ceremonies, but I just take it one day at a time, and whatever life brings me, that's where I will go. So I don't really look that far out into the future, I guess, so to speak, but whatever happens, happens.
That's a good way to look at life. Are you ever compared to any other actresses?
I don't think I've ever been compared to any other actresses. At least I've not been told that I've been compared to any other actresses. So,
no. Have you ever done any theater acting?
No.
No?
Nope. And I've never really had any desire to do any theater acting either. I have some friends that do it, that love it, but I like to be in front of the camera. And
Seeing that you're a musician, do you have any plans of trying to launch a music career?
I've never thought about launching a music career, no. I think I play guitar and sing for fun. I write silly songs for fun and put them on YouTube, but I haven't actually never thought of a career as a musician, no.
I know it's not Shark Week, but what was it like working on Piranha Sharks?
It was awesome. It was awesome. One of my favorite movies to work on thus far, for sure. The cast is phenomenal. And, there were several actors from right here in Kentucky. John Wells, Al Snow, Sabrina Scott, and the amount of talent in that film that come together, it was just amazing. And I'm very proud to be part of that cast.
Yeah. That's awesome. What would your advice be to another aspiring actor?
Just to go for it. You will get told no 100 times, but don't ever give up. Just keep going, because someone will say yes for something. But to never give up, never to give up on your dreams, because you live one life and you need to live it how you want to live it. What makes you happy. It's how people need to be.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to Actors Spotlight.
I appreciate you
It's been
asking
wonderful
me.
meeting
Thank
you.
you. You too. It's been fun.
Okay, this has been Ashe Parker.